Ukraine doesn't have Starbucks, Burger King, Subway or even Amazon. Some of these brands don't fit into Ukrainian habits, while others just aren't interested in us yet. And honestly, the reasons low-key fascinating. Let's start with the Starbucks. So even though Starbucks is this super iconic global brand, they seriously struggle to get enough customers here. And here's why. Starbucks coffee is expensive for the average Ukrainian. Let's compare. A latte in a Polish Starbucks, just closest to us geographically, is 17.5 zloty. It's about 175 hryvnias. Meanwhile, at one of Kyiv's bougiest coffee shops, Pol, the same latte costs 145 hryvnias. And in typical cafe downtown, just 85 hryvnias. And by the way, you can grab a pretty solid to-go latte for 55 hryvnias from a little coffee spot on the street. The price difference is huge. And then the reason too, the taste ain't it. So I tried Starbucks for the first time in 2016. I was so hyped because like everyone outside Ukraine seemed to worship their coffee. And I was ready to be blown away. But honestly, it was just not that great. Not bad, but definitely not worth the hype. And most of my friends who've tried it agree. I think we Ukrainians used to just different coffee vibes. Because here's the thing, local coffee shops here can't compete with price anymore. It's already super low. So they level up with quality and taste. Even gas station coffee here is decent, so we just don't need Starbucks anymore. And I think Starbucks knows it, because we've got cafes everywhere. Like seriously, one every 5 to 10 minutes on foot. And the only bummer, up until recently, pumpkin spice latte were basically a myth here. But now like probably every other cafe has pumpkin lattes on their fall menus. So it's not a really big deal anymore. Honestly, if Starbucks had shown up 7 or 10 years ago, they probably could have built a squad of their latte lovers. But now I don't see it happening unless they magically make their drinks cheaper. And let's be honest, that's not gonna happen. And let's move on to the second brand. It's Amazon. So just like everywhere else, once Amazon blew up, Ukraine got its own local copycats, and they become great. We've got at least 3 major players that can easily go toe to toe with Amazon. You order something and boom, it's at your doorstep or a pickup point the next day. Prices cheaper than in stores. Selection, basically everything under the sun. Oh, and delivery usually is free. No subscription needed. Plus, we've got Chinese marketplaces dominating the budget buys game. That isn't cool, but it's reality. They've even started building warehouses in Europe and Asia, speeding up delivery to like 5 to 7 days. So why would Amazon spend a ton on warehouses and logistics here when local players are killing it? It's a tough question. Will the investment pay off? And if so, when? Obviously, during the war, this isn't even up for discussion. And after the war, it might already be too late for Amazon to enter the market. Unless, of course, they bring some kind of game-changing advantage. What if Amazon dropped something insane, like a high-tech suit that scans your body and nails your clothing size every time? Sounds nice. Or build their warehouses out of recycled construction rubble, because let's be real, we're gonna have plenty of that post-war. Oh, and here's a fun one. What if they bought us an extra air defense system just to keep their warehouses safe? Sounds amazing. Dear Amazon, if you can do this, you should come to Ukraine. Right now, I'm trying to think of something unique about Amazon that we actually need, and I'm kind of blanking. Oh, it's true. The only thing that comes to my mind is how we sometimes miss out on specific items or brands that are easily available on Amazon. Like back in 2017, I ordered on Amazon the game called Betrayal at the House on the Hill through a special shipping service because I couldn't find it in Ukraine at all. But these days it's available here. Though more expensive, but still it's not about Amazon itself. It's just about the gap in the local market, which could just as easily be filled by a seller on any Ukrainian marketplace. So honestly, I don't see Amazon making a move into Ukraine anytime soon. And next, we don't have Subway or Burger King here. In Ukraine, we've got McDonald's, KFC, and Finnish chain Hasburger. McDonald's has been around since 1997. KFC and Hasburger showed up in probably 2012. So obviously McDonald's was the one that introduced Ukrainians to the whole fast food vibe. It's been a cultural icon for almost 30 years. So any other chain trying to do the same is basically playing on hard mode. Just take a look at KFC. In 2022, McDonald's shut down for 10 months because of the war. KFC closed just for 3 months. And you'd think, perfect chance for KFC to snag some market share, right? Wrong. Their revenue barely moved. No wild profits, no crazy spikes, just business as usual. What does it tell me? McDonald's is basically irreplaceable in Ukraine. People don't want just any fast food. They specifically waited for McDonald's. When they reopened in the fall, it was chaos. The lines was just insane. People were acting like it was their first meal ever. And by the way, KFC's doing okay, but let's be real. The gap between them and McDonald's is huge. Plus, they've got to deal with pretty strong local competitor called Lviv Croissants. And honestly, it looks like they're becoming McDonald's biggest rival in terms of how many locations they have. Revenue-wise, though, not quite there yet. Maybe this whole setup is why Subway and Burger King haven't even tried coming to Ukraine. Or maybe we got slapped with the risky investment label back in 2014 when the war in the east of Ukraine started. Who knows? I'm just guessing here. That said, I do think Taco Bell or Dunkin' Donuts could actually crush it here. Their stuff doesn't have any major competitors. Yeah, there are some places serving tacos or donuts, but they're not even close to playing the same league. They're more unique and kinda exotic menus might be the magic sauce that works. Honestly, I'd be so pumped if they came to Ukraine after the war. We've seriously lacking that kind of variety. So fingers crossed. And another business we don't have in Ukraine is Tesla. Yeah, you can't officially buy Tesla in Ukraine. That's not new. It was the same even before the full-scale invasion. And there are a couple of pretty clear reasons why. The biggest is a combo of the car's price and the struggle to find where to charge it. Yeah, I think it's all about the combination. Let me break it down. If it was just about the price, we wouldn't have any dealers selling luxury brands like Jaguar or Rolls-Royce here. But we do. So clearly there is demand for high-end cars. And at the same time, if it was just about charging problems, the number of EVs would be growing at a snail's pace. But nope, that's not the case either. In fact, over the past 2 years, the number of EVs in Ukraine has tripled. So why doesn't Tesla have official dealership here if demand is so high? Well, it's because most of those EVs are used cars. Last year, 78% of EVs purchases were used cars. People are bringing them from the US, Europe, or China. And used Tesla can be 30 to 40% cheaper than new ones. And even more, our custom duties on electric cars are super low. So yeah, that's why Tesla's brand new cars don't have a massive market here. Now you might ask, so what about those people who do buy premium cars? And here's where we look back to the slow development of the charging infrastructure. By the end of 2023, we had around 7,000 charging stations. Ukraine is huge. And compared to, for example, Germany, which has over 118,000 charging points and more than 1 million EVs, our market is and infrastructure is that's what we have. And my guess, people buying EVs in Ukraine right now don't really rely on public charging stations. Maybe they can charge at home, or they just using their cars in cities where charging is easier than on highways. But it's hard to say. I'm just thinking out loud. Even though market is growing, it still doesn't look big or attractive enough for Tesla. At least not at this stage. And definitely not during the war, where blackouts or power outages would turn your shiny new Tesla into a very expensive lawn ornament. Not exactly the vibe most Ukrainians are looking for in a car right now. Let's see what happens after the war. And now for a bonus story, let's talk about IKEA. You may ask, why bonus? Because IKEA actually did enter the Ukrainian market in 2021, but unfortunately for me and for us, they paused operations in 2022. For Ukrainians, it was a huge deal. We've been waiting forever for this huge global brand to come in. And Ukrainians love IKEA because there's literally no local brand that combines affordable furniture with cool modern design. Technically, IKEA is still in Ukraine. They are not operational right now. So fingers crossed they come back soon. And that's it. Give me a thumbs up. And then check out this video here. YouTube's magic says it's just what you love. Okay? До побачення, everybody!